Tuesday, June 2024, and it's 5 a.m. We're going to keep reading from the Tao, probably all the way through. And at some point, maybe at the end, I'll start over because I missed a couple at the beginning. It's only recently, the past 2 or 3 days, that I felt that urge to do a really deep dive back into the Tao Te Ching. And I'm really glad that I did. Oddly, I've had this book since it was published, I think 2007, somewhere around there. It's a paperback, so maybe a year after, maybe 2008. And I never actually read it, which is odd for a number of reasons. One, I do love Wayne Dyer. I know a lot of people feel that they left his teachings behind. He was a good start, and then as your path of spirituality deepens, a lot of people sort of felt that they went beyond, which is always a mistake because there's no such thing as beyond. We are where we are. And I have more favorite translations of the Tao Te Ching, but this isn't a translation. This is a retelling. It's a reimagined. It is the Tao interpreted through the lens of Wayne Dyer. It's not going to come. Night Watcher, sorry, I apologize. Especially at 5 o'clock in the morning for me. Hello, my friend. Appreciate you being here. So this is verse 7. And boy, have I been inspired by, once again, from the Tao. And I'm glad I'm reading the version by Wayne Dyer and his approach to how to live from the Tao. It's exactly what I needed right now. So here's verse 7. Heaven is eternal. The earth endures. Why do heaven and earth last forever? They do not live for themselves only. This is a secret of their durability. For this reason, the sage puts himself last, and so ends up ahead. He stays a witness to life, so he endures. Serve the needs of others, and all your own needs will be fulfilled. Through selfless action, fulfillment is attained. Absolutely amazing, especially the ending. Serve the needs of others, and all your needs will be fulfilled. Through selfless action, fulfillment is attained. It's also the secret of the Bhagavad Gita. I love when seemingly diverse and separate spiritual teachings come together. The Tao Te Ching talks about selfless service, which is what the Bhagavad Gita would say is karma yoga, that you are entitled to your actions, but not the fruition of your actions, not the fruit of your actions. So you simply perform them for the sake of others. And by others, I go back to what Ramana Maharshi said when he was asked by his followers, how do we treat others? And he responded with a smile that there are no others. So a lot of people might ask, if I keep and consistently put others before me, what about my needs? What about my comfort? What about my concerns? And the secret is that there are no others. That we come as equals across the board. When we put our own concerns aside, they're met through the fulfillment of the needs of others. And we just keep practicing our life. The ego is going to emerge. One of my favorite descriptions of the ego, the acronym, edging God out. Absolutely amazing. So, our friend Diddy is here with some clever words. Let's see. Alabitika says, Yogi, sorry for ghosting last night. Lily fell asleep while watching. It was 3 a.m. and you can't blame me. I don't blame you at all, my friend. Um, hey, I appreciate you falling asleep while I left it on. Hey, Halivetka, I'm practicing. You don't have to hide anything. That's absolutely fine. Um, I do. I find it weird that people offer gay as a description of positive, negative, instead of it just is, as if I have to defend myself one way or the other. Um, the fact that my wife, my ex-wife, shows up continuously on my live stream in support and love should tell everyone everything, but it's okay. It was your bro. It was you, bro. Hello, my friend. How are you? Ahmed is here. Ahmed, how are you? Amber, Amber Corn, Amber Coon says I will subscribe to you. Thank you, my friend. And let's see. Ahmed says, what are your thoughts on Islam? It's a beautiful, beautiful religion. Uh, the Quran is a beautiful, beautiful book of love and wisdom. And any path that brings you back to the source, any path that brings you back to the source of creation is a beautiful path to follow. My thoughts on any religion, any faith, any spirituality is we don't really need to rely on others to guide us. We have the books, we have the teaching, and we have our heart. It's good to have guidance, but follow your heart. The heart leads you to the true path of Islam. The heart leads you to the true path of Buddhism. The heart leads you to the true path of Christianity. And everyone has a path, or a pathless path, as they might say in Zen. So we have faith that we're going to be guided to the perfect path for us. Helvetica says, gives me the proper pronunciation guide. As I mentioned before, and um, words don't, speaking doesn't come easy for me. Um, I get tongue tied very easy. It's not quite a stutter, but it's um, I suffered speech impediment as a child, and um, gets me tongue tied on occasion. So certain words just don't come out the way they're supposed to. I stumble over them. So when I continuously stumble over something, instead of giving it a ton of effort, I just relax and try to move on. So um, even with a proper pronunciation guide, it's just not going to work for me. And I apologize for it all the time. Amber says, I hope you have a good live stream. I got to go. Bye. Thank you, Amber. I'm actually going to head out for a walk in just a little bit. I do the 5 a.m. reading. It's usually pretty quick. Ahmed said, are you a Buddhist? I find it interesting, but I'm confused on the suffering aspect of it. I am not a Buddhist. I love Buddhism. I've practiced Buddhist meditation quite extensively in the past. Um, and I'd love to talk about the suffering. Let's see. Helvetica says, no, he's Catholic. I'm actually not Catholic. I was raised Catholic. Um, I'm just a yogi. I practice yoga. I practice the path of yoga. But to get to the suffering, when the Buddha said life is suffering, that does throw a lot of people off. What he meant by life is suffering, not that in and of itself, it was actually mistranslated. He used the word in the original language of the Buddha, which is Pali, Pali. He used the word dukkha, and dukkha means inherently unsatisfactory. That life in and of itself can be transient, impermanent, and that we suffer because we cling to that which is impermanent. So when we learn to relax, when we follow the right way of living as outlined by the Buddha, um, we reduce our suffering. We reduce our psychological suffering because we're no longer clinging to the egoic needs. And again, I heard that one of my favorite acronyms for ego is edging God out. So we could simply say um, letting go and letting God, or simply letting God. Um, just by doing that, we reduce our suffering through life significantly, and we reduce the suffering of others. Med says you have a very calming aura. Thank you, my friend. John Doe says, are you well read on philosophy? Not overly so, somewhat. Um, let's say I'm read on philosophy, but not real read on philosophy. So, I'm making a little note for myself. One second. So I'm gonna head out for my walk, guys. I might do a little bit of filming. Again, it's just after 5 a.m. here, and we had a major storm sweep through the area last night. Uh, tornadoes nearby, but we didn't get hit with a tornado. So there's going to be um, probably some trees and branches down. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Hey, our friends Hank's Art. Hank's Art has a beautiful channel, guys. Um, hey, um, Helvetica, subscribe to Hank's Art. He has a beautiful drawing channel. He is an artist extraordinaire. Um, he'll do a very short video, a minute, minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes, with a great soundtrack. And um, you see him draw. It's sped up, but you see him draw in real time. And he'll take, a lot of times it's a suggestion, but he'll have a theme, drawing a cute dragonfly, drawing a cute cow, drawing a cute whatever. And then you get to see him draw it. It's a great, great channel. And Hank is one of my all-time favorite people. Um, I look forward to his daily. Usually it's two videos a day, sometimes more. So you guys definitely need to follow each other. John Deere. Hey man, you make really good tractors, my friend. I've been on a John Deere tractor before. Hey, Halavitka, Halavitka. You don't have to hide any messages at all. Only when they're mean to other people. If it's comments like that, um, you know, it's great practice. We take it in stride. We laugh and we smile. Don't laugh at the person. We just laugh at the situation. And our friend John Deere was I'll be honest, I'm not I was ever big on things that sped me up. Noble says, be careful who you make mod goofball. Hey, that's our friend Night Watcher, who once again has been transformed. He's always enlarging himself. He's always coming in new themes. Night Watcher version, Night Watcher updated 2.0. He might be on 4.0 by now. Halavetka. Am I getting it right? Am I getting better? It says hello Yogi and hello Berga. We were talking about you last night, Noble. Everyone was wishing you well. So, um, guys, I'm gonna head out for my walk. I'm gonna see what damage the storm did, if any, and let's see. Maybe do some filming, maybe not. I generally don't film these early morning walks. Um, just something holy about that pre-dawn. In the yogic tradition, it's called it's basically the hour of God. It is Brahma Muhurta, which translates to the hour of God, the hours of God. It's about an hour before sunrise to about 40 minutes afterwards. And this is when the veils between earth and heaven are parted at their thinnest, and we get to step through on these rare occasions. This early in the morning, ask for what you wish for. That's what Rumi, the Persian poet, says. Ask for what you wish for. This is when God hears you. Noble says, why wishing me? Well, because we love you, my friend. And even though everyone understands your recent reason for the separation, that it's on good terms, that it's all in love, it's never easy when two people who love each other part ways, even if it's for the best reasons in the world. She's got a wonderful job. You absolutely love where you are right now. It's definitely not easy. So we want to make sure that as your friends, it's the easiest transition possible for you, that you are loved and surrounded by friends. Halavitka says, Yogi, want to hear a joke? Sure, let me hear one joke before I head off. Noble says, I'm almost at 7K. Some sandwiches. That's awesome. Bigger Vlog says, good afternoon, hosts. Good afternoon, my friend. Early morning for me. Noble says, it's very easy for a happy-souled man like me. That's awesome. There's a secret there. I'm gonna speak John Deere's comment out loud. It made me laugh. Damn, Noble, you booted the bitch. Helavitka says, John, that was too much. Noble said, I would be sad if I didn't know myself. Those are wise words, Noble. Hey, you know what? That would be an awesome live stream. The wisdom of knowing yourself, accepting how things are. Noble. Noble is a natural Buddha. Our friend Ahmed, up at the top of the conversation, was asking about Buddhism, about suffering, and here you go. Noble is a natural Buddha. Just comes easy for him. Might have come through some years of introspection. John Deere said, had a little giggle. Yeah, that made me laugh, my friend. Noble said, hard boot all across the United States. Oh man, you guys are too much. I don't normally laugh at 5 a.m. in the morning, but here you guys got me laughing. Halavetka says, there was a blonde at a computer class. The professor told everyone to open the windows. The blonde opened the class window. We're going to get the punchline, and then I got to say good morning to you guys and head out for my walk. Noble the Buddha. That might be the new nickname, the natural Buddha. So we're waiting for the punchline. You know, I mentioned before, real quick. Here we go. Nope, not yet. I mentioned before trolls. There's different types of trolls. One of the people that come in and they're simply like mean for the sake of being mean. And then you got someone like John Deere coming in, um, who's just different. You know, he's got his own style, uh, being clever. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate a disruptive influence because hey, you know what? We all need to be disrupted. We all need that little bit of a challenge. We need a reason to smile. Um, those are the ones. They serve a purpose. Um, let's see. Alavitka, I'm still practicing, says bye Yogi. Goodbye, my friend. Um, Noble the natural Buddha says, I look at myself every morning in the mirror and tell myself all the things I love about myself. I also tell myself what I need to improve about myself. Self improvement is self love. Wise words. Our friend Goldie is here. John Deere says, I'm a genuine a-hole. Y'all fellows have a good day, though. Hey, you know what? Man, if you're going to be something, be genuine. Our friend John Deere is a genuine uh, a-hole. I got to love the genuineness, the authenticity. Goldie says, at work, 10 more hours to go. It's a long day, my friend. I'm sorry. And she's already been at work for 2 hours. We'll be here for you. I'm sending out lots of positivity, lots of energy. John Doe says, I tend to notice that people like to ponder about the moral matters. Any thoughts? Um, I tend not to. I tend not to ponder too much on moral matters. Everyone has their own. Everyone has their the morals that they follow. If it's a dilemma to you, then it's not an issue. If it's a dilemma, is it true? Are you following the path that has heart? That's all you can ask yourself. Does this path have heart? And if it does, follow it. If it doesn't, don't. Hope you can bear through work. She will. Goldie has endurance, that is for sure. Noble says, no such thing as failure, only opportunity. So true, my friend. Goldie says, thank you. I'm thankful to have a workmate to lean on. I'm glad you do for today. So, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to take my walk. I'm going to see any damage the storm did. Appreciate you guys being here. This was a fun morning. I don't often have a longer conversation um, this early, but I'm glad I did. John Deere, I hope you stop back. Appreciate you being here. Ahmed as well. Goldie, Noble, and Helavetka. I'm working on it. And he says, yep, Yogi, you're late for a walk. I am. I'm going to head out. Noble says, sadness is for people that don't look at the future. Sitting in the same state of mind causes sadness. Have to look at what changes for happiness. I agree with that. Although sadness is completely natural, I think we need to be sad because it's whatever experience is valid. As it might have been Kierkegaard, he said, nothing human is foreign to me. So we accept what the experience offers. Sadness is a part of life. We use it. So John Deere says bye. 25 minutes late. I am 25 minutes late. And I'm off, guys. Thanks again. Goldie, sending you lots of energy today. Lots and lots of energy, my friend. Noble, I hope to see you live later today. Once again, Noble, the natural Buddha, offering inspiration and love. Alavitka, thank you for being here so early. You guys have a good day. Goldie says, when I'm sad, it might be because I lost something that was important to me. Exactly. Sadness is a natural expression. It's when we wallow within the sadness that leads to suffering. Sadness in and of itself isn't good, it isn't bad. It just is. We lost something that we cherished, something that was important to us. The key is don't bypass. Allow yourself to be sad until the natural expression of sadness passes on its own. It's okay to be whatever you are each and every moment. So, with that, guys, I'll see everyone later today. We'll be live about 1 o'clock. 26 minutes late. I'm glad someone is keeping me in line. Thanks, guys. Take care.